First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. We're going to jump right into lesson. This is our 2 Peter 1 and 4. It says, whereby are given unto us. Well, I'll start at verse 3. Again, the title of the chapter is Confirm Your Calling and Election. If you're a man of the Lord that sincerely believes in this truth, then that's basically what your mindset is. You know, your mindset is to, and your desire is to confirm your calling and election. Now we understand that we have a calling because that's by the Spirit that we're able to understand and execute and perform the works of this truth. That's by the Spirit. So we understand that there is a calling. You know, because the Scripture says many are called. You know, so there's a majority of men that the Lord He calls to do this work, and whether they are elected or not is determined by predestination. You know, the Lord can just use you for a season, and then just bug you out. You know, we've seen that happen, and we've seen men that we presumed or thought had knowledge of the Scriptures, great knowledge, and all of a sudden you see them no longer, or you see them with a completely different doctrine. You know, so we know that those men were called, but their election wasn't proven. And if you're a man of this truth, you gotta, your goal is to be one of the elect. You know, we do this work, to be in the hopes that we are the elect. That's why the apostles and others, they speak about the hopeful elect. This is Colossians 3 and 12. It says, put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh. Let's get to the NLT. It says, since God has chosen you to be a holy people, you must clothe yourselves. So you gotta wear the uniform, so to speak. You wear the uniform. You act the office. Just like when you join the military. When you put that uniform on, then you play the role, you play the part, you take on the persona of that soldier or Marine. You take on that mentality. The character and the actions and even the way you speak in that uniform would be different than what you do when you wear just your regular civilian or street clothes. So you got to put on the uniform of the elect, man. You got to put on the character of the elect, and it's going to tell you what it is. Well, we'll get it both from the NLT and the KJV. This is since Yahweh shows you to be the holy people he loves, which are the elect, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. So you must spiritually put on the uniform of the elect, which means when your mind state should be such, which says here, tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Let's get that in the KJV. It says, put on therefore as elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, bowls of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahweh Shai Mashiach forgave you, so also do ye. So we forgive. We forgive each other for things done to each other. But forgiveness starts amongst brothers first and foremost. It says, above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. Let's get the word charity. The love and affection, benevolence. It says, let the peace of Yahweh rule your heart, to which you are called in one body, and be ye thankful. Let the word of Mashiach Yahweh Shai dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to Yahweh and his Father by him. So this is the elect mentality. The elders and apostles, they speak of the ruling mentality. And don't get it twisted. The ruling mentality is it isn't being an alpha male. controlling women or just being the top dog. In actuality, it's the opposite of all that. The ruling mentality, which are the elect. The elect are going to be the rulers. It says here, when you read the description here, it describes a very meek and humble individual. A meek, humble individual, forgiving individual that's all about the word. Colossians 3:16, the word of Yahweh dwell richly in you, wisdom, teaching, and marching with the psalms, the spiritual songs, sing with Yahweh in your heart to the Lord. Whatsoever you do in word or deed, in the name of the Lord, Meshach Yahshai, give thanks to God by followed by Him. So all this is the ruling, what they call the ruling mentality. This is part of the divine nature, man. This is the divine nature that's going to lead us into glory. It's not being what the world describes as an alpha male or sigma male or whatever. There's only one alpha male, that's Yahweh Shai. He's the book of Revelation says he is the alpha and omega. So he's the only alpha male, man. So let's get 2 Peter 1:4. This is go ahead and get this. 2 Peter 1:4. And like I said, we're gonna start right here. The chapter confirming your crown election. As according as the divine power has given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness. And what's that? That's this knowledge. The scriptures which instructed and teach us how to conduct ourselves, man, in the spirit and in righteousness. Salak. According as the divine power is given unto us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of Him that's called us to glory and virtue. So that glory and virtue, that's having that divine power, that divine nature. It says, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is the world through lust. Because of all that seeking of power, let's go ahead and clarify this a little. All that seeking of power, seeking of women and riches, that's all the world. That's all the corruption. That's all the corruption of the world through lust. And that's the opposite of what the Bible describes as the mindset of the elect or the ruling mentality. So wherefore are given unto us exceeding and great precious promises, that by these you might be partakers of the divine nature. And we just described the divine nature in the previous verses that we just got out. Salakia. Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust, and beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge. Virtue knowledge. And to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. This is contrary to the description of what the world calls the alpha male, what they consider to be a ruling mentality. It says, for if these things be in you and abound, they make you that you neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Meshach Yahushai. And just like we went into a lesson with the brothers yesterday, we were talking about bearing fruit or works, and those that are unfruitful, basically, it's because you are partaking too much in the flesh. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, forgotten he was purged from his old sins. So don't let this world blind you, man. Don't let this world blind you to the real prize, or the real power, to the real crown that we are going to receive. I mentioned in previous lessons, righteousness is a new power move, man. That's the new power move. Jacob is talking about making power moves. Well, the attaining of righteousness is a real power move. That's the only one that's going to matter in the days to come. So let's get 1 John 3:12. This is Salak. First John 3:12, and it says, is that it? Or the 2? Yeah. I'll start at verse 1. First John 3:1 says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. And that's the elect. Therefore the world knows not us, because it knew not him. Because if you're in this truth, man, you're pretty much estranged from the world. You're foreign to it. And everything in the world is foreign to you because of the spirit and mentality that we have. We hope to be these elect, these sons of the Most High. He said, beloved, these, which are the elect, man. Now we all Israelites are technically the sons of the Most High, but the elect have a special place. He said, beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh. It does not appear what we shall be, but we know that we shall appear. When he shall appear, we shall be like him. We shall see him as he is. And we're gonna partake in the glory of Yahweh Shai. That's why if you look in the scriptures, the scripture talk about the elect receiving a crown, the crown of righteousness, the crown of life, a crown of glory, an incorruptible crown. And we're gonna get all these scriptures, man. But that's basically the the leveling up that the elect is gonna get apart from the average Israelite. It says, and every man that has his hope in him purifies himself, even as he is pure. So let's go ahead and get Romans 8:18. This is Romans 8:18. It says the title of this chapter is Future Glory. And that's our hope. Our hope is future glory. Because you're not going to get none on this side. There's no glory in being a slave. There's no glory in working 50, 60 hours a week for what they call a salary or a wage. Barely getting by, eating the foul foods, being tired, waking up early, staying to work late. There's no glory in that, man. The true glory is that which is to come. It says, for the reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And it doesn't matter how hard you work in this life, how much riches you attain, it's not going to be compared to the true glory, like we said, the true power of move of righteousness. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the Son of Yahweh. So that's basically all mankind itself, man. Whether they know it or not, whether they believe it or not, they desire this world to be set in order. Because the scriptures say that when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn, roughly paraphrasing. But the righteous has authority, the people rejoice. I'm just going to get that. I don't want to mess it up too much. Let's see here. Yeah, it says Proverbs 29:2. It says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So the whole creation waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly by reason of hope, but subject to shame and hope. So all mankind is subject to vanity. All mankind is subject to hopelessness, and vanity is hopelessness, man. Vanity, it says that in the book of Ecclesiastes. All is vanity, or all is hopeless. Whatever endeavor that you can engage yourself in this world is basically amounts to hopelessness. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. And this whole world is in a state of corruption. Wickedness. Job 9:24. Therefore give to the hand of the wicked, and with wickedness comes corruption. It says, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. So it's because there's suffering throughout the whole world among all the nations. And whether they, like I said, whether they believe it or not, or know it or not, they are waiting for a change. They don't even know, these people don't even know who the true power is. But this whole world groaneth. It's not only they, but ourselves also, see? So all of mankind is just waiting for someone. but ourselves also, which are, first and foremost the elect and Israel, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Well, who has the first fruits of the Spirit? Who are the partakers, the inheritors? Who are the ones that this knowledge and wisdom and understanding was meant for and applied to? The elect. Even we ourselves, first fruits, so that's the elect. Even we ourselves, grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to with retention of our body. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. When a man sees, why does he yet hope for? So that's pretty much the point. The point is that, there was a future glory, man. Let's go ahead and get a few more scriptures. Let's get 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. 2 Corinthians 4, and start around there. Okay. I'll start at verse 16. So for which cause we faint not. Well, I'll start at verse 14. It says, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua. Shall present us with you. It says, for all things for your sake, the elect's sake, that the abundant grace might, through the thanksgiving of many, be down to the glory of Yahweh. It says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish. And the outward man is the man that, the old man. The man that didn't have that hope. That didn't know the name, that didn't know the truth. Yet the inward man, the spiritual man, is renewed day by day. Because the outward man is slowly dying. Your physical state is slowly decaying and dying. But we strengthen ourselves in the spirit day by day. Through studying, through praying, through seeking righteousness, man, seeking the Lord. It says for a light affliction, and this is what this whole existence is. It's an affliction. The scripture talk about, the curses. This is an affliction that we suffer through in this life, which is but for a moment, compared to the grand scheme of things, or what they call the big picture. This is just a moment, basically a twinkling in time. It says, for the light affliction is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and external weight of glory. See that? So there's a glory that's to be attained. So while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. That those things that we dream about, man. Brothers have to have those visions in their head, man. Of the kingdom, and we can only, through our limited imagination, only get a very glimpse of what it's like. It says, while we look at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, which is the world that we live in. But the things which are not seen are eternal, which is the world to come. So let's go ahead and get I think it's Colossians. Let's see here. This is Colossians, 3rd chapter, which once again goes into the attributes of the elect. It put on therefore the elect Yahweh, holy, beloved, laws of mercy, kindness, humbleness, mind, meekness, and long suffering. I don't know if we got this before, but we're getting it again. Obey one another, forgiving one another, meaning have a quality concerning even as Yahushua forgave you. Yeah, we got this already. So, basically this is once again going over the attributes of the elect, man. So let's get 2 Timothy 4:1. This is 2 Timothy 4:1, and it says, I charge you therefore before Yahweh and the Lord Meshach Yahushua, which shall judge the quick and the dead at the period of his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort, all long suffering and doctrine. And this is only for the man that he has called. Many are called, few are chosen. We know that we have been called, but to put on therefore the elect is to do this work. That's just one of the parts of it. We know the other parts of meekness and long suffering and patience and forgiveness and kindness and all those other fruits of the spirit. Where the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, and that's the time we live in now. There's the itching ears preachers, they're in full effect at this very moment, man. It's a lot. For the time will come, they not serve sound doctrine, but at their own lust, shall they heap themselves teachers, having itching ears, And we've seen that, man. We've seen that, countless times. You know, which is described right here in 2 Timothy 4:4. They should turn away their ears from the truth and should be turned to fables. But watch thou in all things, in their afflictions, through the working of an evangelist, make full proof of that ministry. So that's basically what we're set out to do. And that's what it is, man. That's the main aspect of being a man of the Lord, of being in His truth, of calling yourself a prophet. And so there's gonna be no excuses. It says, Salak, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. This is Paul speaking. He tried his best. He was a perfect piece of his efforts, and that's how you want to be, man. You want to know that you gave it your all, because the prize is great. So I fought a good fight, finished my course, I've kept the faith. So he stayed enduring, man. He stayed the course. He stayed what they call down with it, man. He didn't turn. He stayed true to the game, like they say. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me that day, and not to me only, but also to them that love is appearing. And that crown of righteousness is described in 2 Ezra, the 2nd chapter. Let's go ahead and get that. 2 Ezra, we'll close it out on that. Let's see. I'll start at verse 40. 2 Ezra 2:4. Take the number of Sion and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which will fulfill the law of the Lord. That's the elect, man. They're going to receive the divine nature. It says the number of thy children whom the longest for is fulfilled. The elect, the 144,000, and the 1/3. Beseech the power of the Lord that the people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. This is specifically speaking about the 144,000. I just saw upon the Mount Sinai a great people who could not number, and they all praise the Lord with songs. In the midst of them was a young man of high stature, that's Yahushua, who the world really calls Jesus Christ, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered, said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing. And we just got about that. Put off the old nature and put on the immortal, that the divine nature, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. It says, Then said unto the angel, What young person that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered, said unto me, The Son of Yahweh, whom they confess in the world. How did they do that? They did it by preaching, which we got in the previous verse. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, Go that way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great one of the Lord that power thou hast seen. Now it says, these are they that put on the mortal clothing and put on the mortal and confess the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned. And then also said in verse 47, it says, So he answered unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh whom they confess in the world. Now let's go back to right here. Where was it at? Yeah, 17, 4 and 5. How do they confess his name in the world? By these verses right here. It said, But watch thou, we'll start at verse 2. It said, Preach the word, be in season, now season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long-suffering doctrine. That's how they confess the name of the Lord in the world. It said, but watch, going back to, and that's what he did. He understood this. And they basically, Paul's reinforcing what it says in 2 Ezra. It says, But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. That's how they stood stiffly, by watching in all things, enduring afflictions. Do the work of evangelists, make full proof of that ministry. That's how they stood stiffly. And this is how Paul stood stiffly. He fought the good fight of faith. And therefore he expects a crown of righteousness, just as mentioned in the second chapter. The second chapter we just read. So these are the things that you got to do to put on, therefore, elect, to put on the divine nature, man. These are the things that we got to strive for. But with that being said, just another lesson. Most High will hope is edifying. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.